You can use it to edit, whether it's DaVinci Resolve or whether it's Photoshop or whatever. Like I said, I got like 2 of them, and I get busy with mine. Like, I ain't even gonna front. I love it. So yeah, there's a few people that have videos where they'll show you how to use it. You know what I'm saying? How to break it down, all of that different shit. It works with a lot of different programs, and you can customize the buttons to do what you want it to do. You feel me? So like I said, it's awesome for all of that good stuff. But yeah, your best bet is DaVinci Resolve. I've used a lot of different editing softwares. I don't like Adobe for editing videos. I was also using Sony. I forgot what the name of that was. What the hell was the name of that software? There was one that I used to use that was made by Sony. It was decent. But out of all of the softwares that I've used, DaVinci Resolve is the best one. Hands down. Hands down the best one. You feel me? So if I was you, I would go with DaVinci Resolve. Shout out to Hollow Ninja, says save the children from the leftist ideology. Facts. Said Final Cut. No, Vegas. I used to use Sony Vegas. Shout out to Jay. He said appreciate the deep dive about DaVinci Toolbox. Yeah, that's what you need right there. You can pull up tutorials on DaVinci and learn as you go along. I would first learn how to use DaVinci, and then after you have gotten a pretty good idea of how to use DaVinci, then I would incorporate the Toolbox and program it to do what you want it to do. And then you'll be able to edit fairly quickly. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I would do if I were you. Let's see. Let's get back to the news cycle. Let's check this out.
I'm the only president this century that doesn't have this decade, that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world. We finally beat Medicare, the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence.
It's hard to believe, but it has been a whole year since that disastrous debate. Now Republicans are ramping up their investigation into how Democrats hid former President Biden's mental decline for so very long. Hello, everyone.
Oh, my God. It's only been a year. It feels like it was longer than that. Yo, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It feels like it was longer than that. Bino Nation. Does it or does it not feel like that freaking debate was way longer? Like, it doesn't seem like it's only been a year. It seemed like it's been forever ago. Like, for real, for real. Yeah, like an eternity. But yo, check this out, you guys. I got to use the bathroom real quick. So I'm going to use the bathroom and grab me something to drink, and I will be right back, and we're going to deep dive into this particular video, new insights into Biden's inner circle. So if you got to go to the bathroom, I suggest you do it right now, because I'm about to go, and I'll be right back.
I'm the only president this century that doesn't have this decade, that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world. We finally beat Medicare, the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence.
It's hard to believe, but it has been a whole year since that disastrous debate. Now Republicans are ramping up their investigation into how Democrats hid former President Biden's mental decline for so very long. Hello, everyone. I am Molly Line, along with David Webb, Madison Allworth, and Jason Chaffetz. This is the Big Weekend Show. As Biden's decline was on display for the whole world to see, the to Biden tried to convince the country it wasn't happening. And the House Oversight Committee wants answers now. They are subpoenaing Jill Biden's longtime aide and work husband after he refused to show up to a deposition hearing. Chairman James Comer is also requesting testimony from other key players in America's biggest political cover-up, including former White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre.
They all need to go to jail. All of them. All of them. Every single one of them. They need to go to jail, prison.
Senior advisor in the White House counsel's office, Ian Sams, senior deputy press secretary, Andrew Bates, and former chief of staff, Jeff Zients. A long list. What they are trying to find out is how this was completely denied time and time again. Here is a reminder of how Democrats tried to run cover for Biden.
This report spends time making gratuitous and inappropriate criticisms of the president.
The stuff in this report that is capturing all of your attention right now is just wrong. It's flatly wrong. It is inappropriate. It is gratuitous. They are cheap fakes video. They are done in bad faith.
Well, very memorable, former top Biden aide.
The fact that they stood there trifling asses up on stage behind a podium and told that lie to the American people over and over and over again. It's crazy because it's like they really thought they were going to get away with it. They really thought, okay, you know what, we can get up here and look, between this and the whole auto pen situation, somebody needs to go to prison. Like the lie that has been perpetrated upon the American people for those 4 years, where you don't really know who was behind the steering wheel. You don't really know who was making the decisions. Somebody needs to answer for this shit. Somebody needs to go to prison. Like, let's be real.
Neera Tanden is cooperating, and we're expected to hear from Biden's physician as well, Dr. Kevin O'Connor, on July 9th. Now, joining us for tonight's Big Close-Up is House Oversight Committee Chairman and Kentucky Congressman James Comer. Sir, thank you for giving us a little of your time on this Saturday night. I know it's been pretty busy there in Washington. As we talk about this cover-up, the left, the media on the left has finally acknowledged that this occurred. Are you expecting any cooperation from the left, from the politicians, from Democrats, as this continues to go forward, depending on what you find along the way?
Well, I'll tell you, this is totally different than what I faced with the Biden influence peddling investigation. Every time we would bring someone in for a deposition, anytime new evidence would surface in the form of bank records, Democrat politicians like Jamie Raskin and Dan Goldman would go on TV and say there was no evidence. I was misrepresenting what those bank statements and those foreign wires really meant. Then the left-wing media would attack me. No evidence. Their deposition was a bomb. Now we're bringing people in and the media is not saying a word, and the Democrats aren't saying a word. We had that transcribed interview, 4 hours of Neera, and they didn't say an absolute word. They only asked questions for about 5 minutes. They know there was a cover-up. The media knows it. The Tapper book went into great detail about the cover-up, and I think they know this book by Jean-Pierre could even be more explosive than the Tapper book because it reportedly names names, whereas Tapper's book had unnamed sources. So we're going to bring all these people in, and we're going to do the American people a great service. We're going to find out who was actually calling the shots in the White House, because I think we all know that Joe Biden wasn't the one that was making the decisions. And we also want to know about the auto pen. Who was given the authority to use the auto pen? Did Joe Biden know what his name was being signed to? So we've got a lot of work to do, but so far we're not facing much resistance.
Chairman, you mentioned the book, and I think while there's so much strong stuff in it, like you said, the sources are not named, but you guys are calling in essentially what we imagine to be most of those sources. You alluded to this, but do we have any sense of, in terms of the auto pen, what pieces may have been controlled by folks outside of Biden's orbit? Do you have any sense yet about that?
Yeah, we learned a lot from Neera Tanden in her transcribed interview. She answered all of our questions. She was the staff secretary. If you look at President Trump, anytime there's an executive order, his staff secretary is the person that stands behind him and announces what this is and what he's signing. The same was the case with President Obama. But with Joe Biden, what we learned, his staff secretary had very limited access to him. And what we learned from Neera Tanden is there was a small circle, an inner circle, that called all the shots in the Biden White House. We've gotten the names of that inner circle, and many of them have already been announced as people that we've sent letters requesting to come in, and or we're going to be sending them a subpoena to come in. But we will hear from everyone that was involved in the inner circle, because we need to know if Joe Biden's name was forged on all of these pardons, if Joe Biden's name was forged on these executive orders, because that could have a huge impact in court where many of these executive orders are going to end up.
Chairman, Jason Chaffetz here. Let's move on to the big, beautiful bill, because the House passed it. It's sitting over at the Senate. They've started that process now. And the goal that the president has is to have it on his desk by July 4th. My understanding is that the House Republicans, they had a call this afternoon to discuss some of the changes that might happen. What did you learn on that call, and where do you think we are right now in this process?
Well, we're still a long way in the process, Jason. We know the timeline. We know that this is the president's agenda. This is what he campaigned on. We know this is of the utmost importance to President Trump and to the majority of Americans who voted for President Trump. But the specific details of some of the changes with respect to Medicaid and some other things, we're still learning those. So this is a big bill. As you know, Jason, you spent a lot of time in Congress. We're still digesting all the information. The Senate, they're just now beginning the process, and you know how slow they are in the Senate, but we fully expect the Senate to pass that bill out in the next 48 hours, depending on how much Democrat obstruction there is. Then we plan on voting on the bill on either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So that would hopefully meet President Trump's July the 4th deadline.
Chairman David Webb here. Great to talk to you again. I get that you want to have this vote by Tuesday and Wednesday, but you've got the members of the SALT caucus, you've got other members of the House. When this comes back from the Senate, should they be successful in their passage, what will happen there? Will the SALT caucus hold the president's agenda that the American people voted for hostage to their blue state and local tax issues?
It's my understanding the SALT caucus is pretty happy. So I think they're in line. Of course, that can change. I've dealt with some of those guys, and they'll flip at the blink of an eye. But right now, I think they're in a pretty good position. With respect to the holdouts now, there are two issues that I think that are still lingering. Some of the members, Mike Lee had a provision in there, I believe, to sell some federal land. There are a few Republicans out west that have some concerns about that. They haven't said they're against the bill yet. But then the big obstacle, of course, is Medicaid, and we're still trying to understand the changes that the Senate made to the House version of Medicaid. So that's probably the biggest obstacle in the House is the changes to Medicaid. But as we able to pretty much determine whether or not we'll have the votes to pass it or not. But I feel pretty good. I think that everyone in our conference knows this is what President Trump campaigned on. This is our moment. We've got to get it done, and hopefully we'll be there for the president.
Chairman Comer, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. We love your insight, and we appreciate a little inside baseball stuff we got there. We'll see what happens in the week ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
You know, politicians wear suits. Lawyers wear suits. Reporters wear suits. Just wanted to point that out for you. just in case you didn't get where I was coming from with the whole suit wearing thing. You feel me? Let's see. Let's see what else is going on. We're gonna see what else is going on. Yo, make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure you hit the Cash App and support the show. Let's see. I wonder. Let me see. Did it plug up? It's plugged up. Why in the crispity? Let's see. Tap trust when it appears on the phone. I don't see trust. Yeah, screw it. Matter of fact, no, don't screw it. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna get this right. Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second to get this situated. It's the type of shit that make me want to switch to Android. This is the type of shit that make me want to switch to Android.
Some kind of criminal, that does sound kind of xenophobic to me, because you are using a paintbrush to paint.
Bronx, looking for YN.
Nazi Jim Jones.
TikTok, count your days. Count your days because I'm getting kicked out of the creators program for
North, your mom got a fat ass.
Satan is actually nothing.
LeBron is on siege.
If you put colloidal silver in the bottle.
Yeah, travel lawsuits.
I got the dark gray one.
You'll feel.
This right here is why. I gotta show y'all this. I gotta show y'all this right here. This is why I don't go on cruises. This is why I don't go on cruises, y'all. I would never in a million quadrillion I would never put myself on a boat in the middle of the ocean with that many Negroes. Never. It'll never happen, bro. Look at that. Look, bro, look at that. You know it got to be hot on that deck. You know it got to be smoldering on that damn deck. You know it's hot on there.
Jasmine Crockett did not get voted in because Jasmine Crockett is of no use to the Democratic Party anymore. That's it, that's all. You feel what I'm saying? There is no reason why a suburban black American woman. See, one thing about Foundation Black Americans, we know ourselves through and through. We know who really from the hood and who not. We know who really from the South and who not. We know the difference between people who from the South and people from the Deep South. We know what it sounds like from people who are up north and are immigrants and people who are up north and their parents are from up north and their grandparents came from the South. You feel what I'm saying? We know how to hear it. Even to this day, an immigrant will get upset. You feel what I'm saying? If you can tell that they got a little Caribbean or something, you know what I mean? Based on specific words, because they don't hear it. We can. They were done with her from that video of her mouthing the Kendrick Lamar song and her political run. That's when they were done. Not because of the video itself, the response. She was treated like a white woman that was cosplaying a black woman and rapping in the video. That's how she was treated. She wasn't even treated like no suburban black kid trying to fit in, trying to play around these other people of what black should be. You feel what I'm saying? She wasn't even treated like a coon. She was treated like a white woman cosplaying black American culture. That is when they knew they were done with her. You feel what I'm saying? When people say that the Democratic Party has been the most racist, people ain't really listen. People want to say, oh, but Republicans, hell. It ain't the enemy that you know, it's the enemy that you don't. You feel what I'm saying? And what's so crazy to me is that even in the midst now of that Hispanic Democratic woman who had to step down from her chair because the conversation of the racist things that she was saying about black Americans came out, and they won't release the other two. This included three Democratic parties. They won't release who the other two was on a phone call. Only her. Only her.
Sorry, guys.
So I guess Jasmine Crockett really didn't get the memo. When we said we are done being cosplayed by immigrants, when we said we are done being taken down by these others, when we said we was done with all this shit, did you not get the memo that we are done with the Coon Foundation Black Americans too? We are just, you know what? We are through. We are just through with being through. We don't reach the point to where we sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what we at. We sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's why she ain't get voted in. It ain't got nothing to do with it. Ain't no deep dive. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't, because look at how she carrying herself. No. If the way that she was carrying herself was still working, she would have been voted in unanimously. If we weren't stupid as they think we are, she would have been voted in unanimously. Now you ain't got nowhere to go, but hell. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody is going to take you seriously now, mama. You ain't got nowhere, hell. She finna become somebody's secretary.
You know this is bad. You know this is bad. When the bonnet heads don't like you, you might as well hang it up. When the fast talking ratchet bonnet heads don't like you, you're done. You're cooked. You're done, son. You're done.
She belongs to the streets.
I was walking down. It's a few things that I don't like.
Tired of glass and ceramic projects looking messy? Get to know the glass spot.
If a man is telling me that a single mother cannot raise her boys to be men, but that man was raised by his single mom, what does that make that man?
It makes him smart. Makes him smart. That's what it makes him. It makes him smart. I know you're trying your best to try to figure out a clever way to excuse your poor decisions, but no. Like y'all have been on a 30-year long campaign trying to justify out of wedlock birth and single motherism. You're never gonna justify it. Ever. You're just gonna keep running around pretending like it's right. It's not. The sooner you figure that out, the sooner you accept that, the faster we can get on with this. The faster we can move on with our lives and get back to black people functioning like normal black people. It's been long enough. It's been long enough. Y'all done had your fun. You done ripped and ran the street. You done got pregnant by whoever. You've had your fun. Enough is enough. And sitting there trying to figure out who's more dysfunctional, the women that are the single mothers or the men that were raised by single mothers, you ain't got to figure that out, sweetheart. I can tell you right now, it's all dysfunction. All of it. All of it is dysfunctional. It's all bullshit. It's all BS. What you need to do, you and the Negroes, is cut it out. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is cut it out. Just stop it. Now, am I wrong? Just stop. That's all you gotta do. Don't worry about the other one doing this. You stop. Shout out to Jessica Rabbit said, why don't we punish for you know what anymore? Sis, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. They don't even use that word anymore. The crazy thing about it is that we done sat there and had to listen to the word insurrection for 4 damn years. I don't understand why they don't want to use the word treason. I don't get it. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it.
You know what's the craziest thing about the whole Mamdani socialist New York new mayor guy is he talks about the people who didn't vote for him. He's talking about, yeah, you know, this richest city in the world and you know, all the poor people, all the poor people who got no money. The poor people didn't vote for that fool. The people who you would think would vote for him, which would be like minorities, didn't vote for him. They voted for Cuomo. The people who voted for him were rich, liberal, white women. So he has this message about we need to take from the rich and give to the poor, and the poor didn't vote for this fool. Isn't that crazy? The people who voted for him is the people who, yeah, you need to go ahead and take from me and give to the poor. Damn, if you just want to give your money away, hey man, let me help you out. Let me help you out. Politicians nowadays, they get up there and they say things like, we need to make the rich pay their own fair share. They don't have no intention of doing that. They don't have no intention of doing that.
that's just what they say for all of the regular people to hear and be like, yeah, you're right. We do need to, like, first of all, why would the politicians say that we need to tax the rich more when they themselves are rich? Does that make any sense? Like, the politicians are rich, and if they're not rich, give them a few years in office, they'll be rich. So no, they say that for your benefit. You feel me? So that you will think that they're on your side. Like, they're not.
Does it itch?
A few stolen moments is all.
Okay, let me preface this by saying I hate men. Like, I don't deal with men anymore.
Because I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Isn't it hilarious how mediocre, subpar chicks get on camera with their face all the way up in the camera talking about how much they hate men and how they don't deal with men anymore? I think we'll be all right. I think the men will be okay. I think we'll be just fine. I think we'll be just fine. I think we can stand to lose another ratchet, subpar, average at best, misandrist liberal chick. I think we can fairly determine that if you decided to never date a man, procreate with a man, I think we'll be all right. I think the world will be all right. In fact, thank you for your service.
Ladies, I think there's a few lessons we could learn from Ashanti. With her new show going on with her and Nelly, they were in a conversation about where they're going to live. She wants to live in New York. He wants to stay in St. Louis. Throughout the show, you kind of see her light dim, her becoming more quiet, really trying to be a supportive wife, but really closing her throat chakra, not speaking up as much. And I think the lesson in all of
closing her throat chakra. This woman said closing her throat chakra. Now look, I wanna point something out to y'all, because I don't know if y'all noticed this or not. Right? So Ashanti and Nelly got back together. I'm pretty sure y'all already know. I was happy for them. But the moment that they decided to do a TV show, I said, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Because if there's one thing I know for certain, if I don't know nothing else in this world, black women hate to see other black women in a relationship. They hate it. I want you to really think about it. I want you to really think about every black woman that is in a relationship and their relationship is public. And I want you to think about how black women talk about those relationships. If any black woman is in a relationship with a black man and that shit is public, the sisterhood immediately starts looking for some shit to complain about in that relationship. So now all of a sudden, Nelly is dimming Ashanti's light. Like, you want to know what makes me so mad about shit like this? And I'm just going to say it uncut for once. You have absolutely no idea how sick and tired I am of these miserable people who I wish to God would just go somewhere and just shut the fuck up and just be miserable by their self. Like they want the world to be miserable because they're miserable. Like they're a miserable, rotten group of people, and they just want the entire world to feel the way they feel and be the way they be. Like, do you really think this person is happy? Like, seriously, do you really think that this person is happy? She probably scoured the internet looking for this photo, or went and found a video of Ashanti and paused it at the right moment to make it look like Ashanti is sad. Every time I see Ashanti with Nelly, she's smiling from ear to ear. But this chick somehow found a photo to make it appear like Ashanti is now miserable because she's with Nelly.
This is really first and foremost, like, control the controllables and have hard conversations before marriage. Lust, love, nostalgic old memories are not enough. And for him, a man that already has multiple children already, for him to say the newborn stuff is her, and, you know, he won't really hop in until the baby is talking and can, like, say, I want to go to the bathroom, speaks volumes. I think this is the dream couple for a lot of Black women, a lot of women of color. They get a lot of fanfare. And I think there are some yellow and red flags. And I think there's also some key lessons to learn. I watched the show, and I think I'm going to do a series on this. But before I do, put in the comments, do you want me to do the series? Follow me, and also comment what aha moments are coming up for you in watching the show.
How much you want to bet she ain't got no man? Anybody want to bet any money? Anybody want to bet any money? How much do you want to bet that this chick ain't got no man? I bet you any amount of money.
50. Can't stop eating sugar.
Give it some. Hey,
you a badass. If you don't let go of that,
You can't stop eating sugar. Take apple cider.
Do you want to know what a girl's heaven looks like? I'm finna show you. Boop. 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 Finna have me a good day.
That look like, I'm gonna tell you what that looked like. That looked like a struggle heaven, if you ask me. Yo, did you see the stores? Look, let me show you the stores she showed. Look.
Do you want to know what a girl's heaven looks like? I'm finna show you. Boop. 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 Finna have me a...
That looked like a struggle heaven to me. What was the grand total when you got finished shopping? $26.14? Yo, that looked like a struggle heaven to me. You said the ratchet strip? Man.
I don't think that women are the ones voting to have their...
Why do people still listen to this chick? Why do people still listen to this chick, bruh? Why? Can somebody please tell me why anybody with any common sense whatsoever still listen to this chick?
Productive rights taken away, where you have rape, incest, and all of these things excluded to force women to be able to have. I don't think women in government would largely vote against their own interests because it's majority male patriarchy.
Okay, I think a lot of that.
So she done jump back on the if this is new. I don't know if this is new. Look, this is Princella, the Queen Maker. Y'all should check out her YouTube. Oh my God. This woman is too intelligent for Candace. Somebody in the chat room said that this woman was too intelligent for Candace Owens.
Point. Are women allowed to vote?
Oh, of course they are.
Who's voting that patriarchy in then, out of curiosity?
No, I totally agree. And you want to know why? Because there are so many women who think like you. You say you don't want to submit, but that's what you do to the patriarchy. You submit to the idea of men ruling everything. And your ideology is spread across a lot of women who also falsely believe to vote against their own interests just to complain about it in
So
the
you're
end.
saying that when women you're acknowledging that women have the freedom to vote.
Yes.
And you're saying that women are still existing mentally, even with the freedom to vote.
Correct.
They are voting men in because we are still victims of...
No, I don't believe in victimhood. I believe in lack of education and lack of knowledge, because one of the things that you also
Do
say...
you think that it could just be that more men are running for positions of office?
No, not necessarily, because remember, the United States, the average...
So which, I'm confused. Which side is she on? Because at first, she was doing the thing where all men were evil and all men were demons, and she came out with the book and all of that. And then she got into a relationship with B. Taylor and got exposed for being the type of nigga she claims every other man is. And then she switched up to all women are horrible and all women are this and all women. And so now she's on Jubilee going back and forth with Candace Owens. I don't know if this is old or is this new. Is this old? Could somebody please let me know, is this old? Is this old or new? Does anybody know? Said that this came out today. See what I mean? She flip-flopping again. You know the one person on planet Earth she don't want to debate? This nigga right here. This nigga right here. The one person on planet Earth that if this person shows up, she will take off like Scooby in the gang. I'm talking about pew. Pew. She be gone. She'll be out, bruh. Mama said, ask her to debate you. Already debated her. Why you think she don't want to debate me? I've already debated her. Already destroyed her. Early. We talking 2015. Destroyed her. She don't want to debate me. What's going on, 2K? 2K says she did the same thing because she cannot. Let me tell you something. She cannot debate no dude that has any level of intelligence. She can't do it. She can't do it. If it's a dude that's intelligent, know his shit, she runs. Okay. She ain't gonna want to debate you. She ain't gonna want to debate me. She ain't gonna want to debate Anton. She ain't gonna want to debate nobody. She don't want none of Coach Greg Adams. She don't want, look, especially knowing what I know about that whole freaking B. Taylor situation. But I'm not surprised that she's on Jubilee. She a clout chaser. She's a clout chaser. Like, she runs around trying her best to be on every platform. See, at first, I was feeling some type of way. At first, I felt like, content creators were being invited to these places. And then I found out, what it is the content creators are soliciting, like they're going, hey man, I want to be on the show, all of that shit, right? She a clout chaser, man. She a clout chaser. You feel me? Can't nobody take nobody seriously that look like Glorilla cousin. You feel me?
Ew.
I know this ain't my motherfucking.
Let me get a little 360 or something, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
What's up with you? I don't fuck with niggas.
So you don't talk to nobody in the Honda?
They girl cars.
So that's a girl car.
Like,
this ain't no girl car, baby. This a nigga car. What you mean? This my car. Baby, this is not my.
She don't want to talk to the nigga because he in a Honda. I wonder why she was like, look.
I know this ain't my motherfucking.
Let me get a little 360 or something, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
That got to be the raggediest 360 I ever seen anybody do in my life.
What's up?
What's up with you? I don't fuck with niggas.
So you don't talk to nobody in the Honda?
They girl cars.
So that's a girl car.
Like,
this ain't no girl car, baby. This a nigga car. What you mean? This my car. Baby, this is not my baby. The one is even telling. Look at the one in black. Look. What you talking about?
Because nobody want to be in no fishbowl. Fuck
look, this a dude car, baby.
That's a girl's car.
Man, I'm glad either way.
I'm good, baby. I don't fuck with niggas at home. Your profile said Tesla.
So you finna go till I drive 100.
Your profile said Tesla. Beano Nation, I'm done. Beano Nation, I'm through. I'm through. She said, your profile said Tesla.
You ain't even gonna go on a date to car drive 100.
Your profile said Tesla.
Man, this shit here crazy, bro. You been tripping, bro. I can't believe this shit, man. This girl tripping. Really? So you finna leave the car drive 100? Really?
Bro, you know what you supposed to do? You supposed to tell her, oh, well, deuces, and go on in Applebee's and get you, bro, go on in Applebee's and get you a steak. You understand? Go in there and get you a nice ribeye, okay? See, we done already talked about the masculinity part of the show. We done talked about the politics part of the show. Now we talking about the respect part. See, I always pull up the chicks for the respect part. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, respect yourself. If she want to come up there and try to play you because you drive a Honda Accord, like you didn't spend money for the Honda Accord, like the Honda Accord was free. What, bruh? Tell her, you know what? Cool. You don't like dudes in Honda Accords? Deuces. Go ahead and do what you do. You go in the damn Applebee's, brother, get you a steak, a baked potato with some broccoli, get you a nice ribeye. You feel what I'm saying? Nice cut ribeye, and sit in there and eat that steak and enjoy your peace, brother. Enjoy your peace of mind, because I don't know if you know or not, but she did you a favor, my guy. She did you a whole favor, okay? Because that right there was a lifetime of headaches that just walked away from you. God forbid you mess around and date her and get her pregnant or some goofy shit like that, bro. We talking problems for the next 18 years or so, my guy. No, she did you a favor, bro. She did your ass a whole favor.
Their emotions.
I think that the world is so.
Got there, baby.
I got a blue strip.
The letter N and the word C.
Here's what happens to a man's.
Ashanti laughs too much. Baby, one thing that I know about a woman who laughs so that she does not cry is that she's not gonna stay too long.
Do y'all see what I mean? Bro. Let me break something down to you. Okay. There's a lot of people responsible for this shit. There's a lot of people responsible for this shit, but I'm going to tell you who's primarily responsible. The black community is responsible for this shit. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why the black community is responsible for this shit is because we have allowed these individuals to be toxic for too long. For too damn long. Okay? For too damn long. You ever see a situation where, like, I'll give you a prime example. Back in the day, they, like emperors and kings and shit, they would have somebody that would test food for poison, right? Now, what you don't realize is that there were people back in the day that they had to build up a tolerance against certain poisons, right? So what they would do is they would take this person and they would give them little bits of poison or whatever, right? Until their body built up a tolerance against the poison, right? The only problem is that person themselves become poisonous, right? So the problem with these individuals is that in our community, they have been allowed to engage in small doses of poison for so damn long that they've gotten to the point where they themselves are poisonous. They don't know how to do anything else, man. They don't know how to do anything else. They don't know how to just be happy for somebody else that's in a relationship. No, they don't know how to do anything else except be toxic. They don't know how to do anything else, fam. Yo, shout out to Cashmere Black, said wealthy and rich people also create jobs and opportunities, which is beneficial to the economy. Facts. Shout out to Global Pastimes for gifting a membership. Shout out to John. He said, I'm talking about Saint in the center. Dude be wearing flower suits and talking about how manly he is. Definitely wear girl shades too. I'll be wondering what part of masculinity is this. Come on, man. Let's not talk about Saint. Saint is a cool dude. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't even ask you to say who. I said I wanted to know who, but I didn't want you to say it publicly, but you already said it. It is what it is. Appreciate the contribution. Yo, shout out to Jessica Rabbit, said they want to Tia Mowry her too. Yeah. Yeah, what they want to do is they want to complain. They want to go online and complain so much until finally Ashanti hears their complaints, right? Because it's like Ashanti could be totally happy in the situation. But you know how peer pressure is. So after a while of hearing everybody talking about, oh, Shanti must be miserable, blah, 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 right? Sooner or later, Shanti's like, am I miserable? And look, I'm going to keep it funky. That shit is hard for any woman to withstand. That barrage of the sisterhood, that peer pressure is strong, right? So, in my opinion, I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to eventually get to her, which is going to cause her and Nelly to break up. And then Ashanti will be somewhere miserable. And guess what? Then they'll stop talking about her. Once she's alone and ain't got nobody and she's raising that child by herself, then they'll be satisfied. Then they'll go somewhere and sit their ass down and not talk about Ashanti and wait for the next black couple that they can break up. That's what they'll do. Like, look at her, like this chick right here. I guarantee you that If they break up, she gonna be the first one up here with a smug look on her face talking about some, I told you so. Ain't none of them shit. Just horrible. Horrible people, fam. There's no other way. There's no other way to describe it. Horrible individuals.
Picky eating is direct.
You said, what are you bringing to the table? Men are tired. I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sit your black ass down.
Know what beetroot is? You might as.
What do I look like being with a man who's okay with telling me no, telling me not right?
Cause I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Carrots are man-made, not healthy.
Studio said to me, Vin, can we please have the finale of Fast and Furious, April 2026?
I thought Tony...
You don't want me? No. Then why the fuck I keep coming around?
That's your dumb ass, bitch. You begging.
Oh.
And you drunk.
And I'm finna stop coming?
That's your business.
And after today,
okay,
we ain't gonna never do this again.
Never. Be friends.
I'm finna go to the Himalayas, and I'm finna leave and go up to the highest mountain.
I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm talking about, School. Don't let her talk to you like that, School. Don't even let her talk to you like that, old School. Talk your shit and walk smooth off, brother.
Yeah, but don't you be trying to...
No, don't give a damn.
No, I don't.
And I don't give a damn.
That's your damn business.
So what we feeling
you
like?
You ain't finna run that.
So I mean you feeling about each other now.
You can get the fuck away from me. That's how we feel.
Leave out. You don't want me?
No.
Then why the...
Man, go ahead and take your beer and go on to the crib, School. You ain't gotta listen to her. He said he about to go to the Himalayas, to the highest mountain. He said he about to go to the Himalayas.
I've been doing it for a long time.
If you see that bitch.
No, what's behind?
Black women, let me tell you something. The Democratic Party is using you. Wake up. Jasmine Crockett just found out the hard way. We told y'all what the Democratic Party was doing to black women. They was putting y'all on Front Street to go against Trump. Every black woman in the Democratic Party was put there to go against Trump as a political weapon, thinking, oh, he's a white guy. He can't say nothing bad about black women or else he'll be called racist and sexist. We got the double check boxes. Problem is, the black women they were choosing had too much drama already. They were already screwed up. Jasmine Crockett found out the hard way. She was just going for a leadership position in the Democratic Party.
I went through the first leg of this race today, and there had been recent questions about something that just wasn't true, because I'm always loud and proud about everything that I have to say. But it did cause me some issues for sure. So I placed last in the recommendation from Steering Policy. And so with that, I am not going full caucus for a vote tomorrow. And, you know, those that have decided that they want to stay in the race to pursue the position, I am going to gracefully bow out because it just kind of is what it is, right? Like it just is what it is. And so
now we know how the Democrats are. They're dictators. You can be voted in and they'll just kick you out. Look at David Hogg. You could not be voted in and they'll put you in. Look at Kamala Harris. Joe Biden, they pulled down. Just like with Jasmine Ratchet. She was supposed to be the #1 runner-up for that position. She collected all the money. She did all the campaigning. And guess what they did? No, we don't think you fit the position. We're going to use somebody else. Those are dictators. Everybody knows they're dictators, Even Joy Reid said something on an interview at the Breakfast Club that lets you know the Democrats are dictators.
I feel like Jasmine Crockett should be the leading voice of the party.
Yes, and the thing is, what the Democrats do to me wrong is that they prioritize whose turn it is. Like, Democrats are very orderly. Mm-hmm. They're almost too orderly for fascism. You know, in fascism, you can't be orderly because the other side is messy. And Democrats say, you know, AOC, we like her, we support her, we think she's great. But we have this other person that needs to be the chairman of this committee because they've waited in the wings and now it is their turn. The person who was picked over AOC has now passed away. That's what Democrats do, right? And in the case of Jasmine Crockett, a rational party facing actual fascism would say, who are our most effective voices? Who do the people listen to? Who do the people trust? Who do the people want to hear from? If it's Jasmine Crockett, we don't care who's in line. That's right. She's about to be the leader. We're going to put her as the head of whatever this committee is, make her the head of oversight, and put her on TV every day. But that isn't what Democrats do because they're...
Black people are so cooked. Black people are so cooked. Black people are so cooked. You know, sometimes I sit back and I think to myself, what a wonderful... No, seriously though. Sometimes I sit back and I wonder, when was the separation? To all of y'all black folk in here that are conservative, have you ever just sat back and wondered, like, when did I start? When did you, like, you know how two people can be in a relationship and over the years they just start to grow apart? They just start going in a different direction. And then after everything is, you know, they got all this distance between them after all of these years. And it gets to the point where you look back on it and you're like, I wonder where the separation was at. That's how I feel about black culture. That's how, because I don't remember in the 90s being this aggravated with niggas. I don't. In the 90s, like most of the black folks that were in positions of power that were celebrities and talking heads and, you know, media individuals, like, I didn't have a problem with them. I didn't. But somewhere along the line, these niggas have lost their minds. They're crazy. And look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what? I'm not bugging. I know when it happened. It happened when all of you niggas started pretending like your grandma and your mama didn't raise you in the church. I think that's where it started. I think when you Negroes started sitting your ass on the TV acting like a girl can be a boy and a boy can be a girl, I think that's when y'all lost me. When you started being cool with grown men walking around with purses, I think that's when you lost me. When you started being cool with drag queens telling stories or reading storybooks to kindergartners, I think that's when you lost me. If we're being totally honest, I'm going to tell you what it is, black folk. I'm going to tell you what it is. There is a group of liberals. There is a group of progressive liberals who are straight from the depths of hell. They are Satan's minions. And you niggas have jumped right in the boat with them. That's when you lost me. Straight up and down. There's a bunch of you Negroes, you will follow these liberal lefties straight into the devil's den. And you look at us like we're bigots because we don't want to follow you. Like, I'm sorry, I was raised to know right from wrong. I was raised to know right from wrong. You're not going to trick me. I'm sorry, you're just not going to trick me. You're not going to trick me. Like, the moment that y'all just decided, okay, you know what? We're going to be cool with all of this new age shit. And you know what the icing on the cake was? The icing on the cake, what added insult to injury, was when you declared war on men. See, the only way you could truly support all of this progressive stuff is you gotta wage a war on the men. You gotta get the men out of the way. Or at the very least, you gotta transform the men that are already here into docile eunuchs. That's the only way any of this shit works. The only way any of this shit works is you have to stamp out masculinity. This is part of the reason why you hate Donald Trump so much. Because he's a president that's a male that represents masculinity. And both times he ran for president, y'all tried to put women up against him. You tried to use feminism to defeat him, and it didn't work. And it didn't work. Because we're sick of it. We're sick of all of this shit. And I don't know, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, you black folk, you Negroes that's sitting down there at the Breakfast Club, you Negroes that's sitting over there on the Joe Budden podcast, you Negroes that be at the BET Awards, you Negroes that be at the NAACP, you Negroes that be in these HBCUs, you niggas have lost your mind. There's no other way to put it. You've lost your damn minds. You lost your mind. I don't know no other way to say it. You've lost your mind. And it really upsets me because I don't even recognize black culture anymore. I don't. The shit when I was growing up that made me proud to be black, I don't even see that shit no more. I don't even see it anymore. But some kind of way, that makes me a coon. Some kind of way, that makes me a sellout. How? I didn't do shit. I'm still the same black person I was back then. You the ones that changed. You the ones that started all of this weird shit. I remember when Will Smith was normal. I remember when Jada Pinkett was normal. I remember when Puffy was normal. Fat Joe, I remember. I remember when Hollywood celebrities just made movies. They didn't accept awards. They didn't give political speeches while they were accepting awards. I remember when celebrities just made movies and TV shows. They didn't take every opportunity that they got in front of a camera to preach to us about what we should believe in and how we should live our fucking lives. It's like DL Hughley. DL Hughley, bro, if you're watching this, shut the hell up about politics and go tell some fucking jokes. We don't care, Negro. Jack Black, I used to like you. Kevin Smith, I used to like you. What the hell happened to you? For the love of God, what happened to y'all? See, this is the type of shit that lets me know the devil is real. Because there's no way that this just happened organically. I don't give a shit what nobody says. There's no way this just happened organically. Because the way y'all moving, it's just like that scene on From Dusk Till Dawn. When George Clooney told the preacher, he said, let me tell you something. He said, if those things are real, they are definitely from the depths of hell, which means if hell is real, in other words, you Negroes, everything y'all do now in the modern age is some devilish shit. I don't care what nobody say. All of the shit that y'all are engaging in nowadays, you progressive folks, it's some devilish shit. The Bible literally warned about all of that shit. All of it. All of it is idol worship and it's all types of wild shit. And as hard as y'all are going into pain about it, like I said, it ain't no coincidence. It gotta be the devil. It gotta be. And here's the thing. If the devil is real, God most certainly is too. I don't know what the hell, like, I really feel like you Negroes just, you gave it up for fame and fortune. I'm really starting to feel that way. Back in the day, I used to think, nah, that's not what it is. But the way y'all be moving, you be sitting back looking like, why would you do that? I watched Nick Cannon have a whole back and forth with Candace Owens about whether or not a man could give birth. And he literally sat there and had that argument with her. I'm like, when did black people do this? Remember back in the day when we was laughing at all of the people that became Scientologists? This shit they do nowadays makes Scientology seem normal. The shit they do nowadays makes Scientology seem normal. This shit is crazy, bro. Hollow Man said, facts, the things liberals promote don't sit right with my soul. Me neither, bruh. The lowly one said, how did Laura Ingraham put it? Shut up and dribble. Yeah. Like he's literally, bro, DL Hughley literally on what is that damn show? Damn, why do I be going blank like that? Well, what is that damn show he was just on recently? The ones where they be chasing everybody and TMZ. Thank you. This man is on TMZ screaming at the top of his lungs about Donald Trump. I've never seen him act like that in reference to no president. Never. He didn't act like that with Obama. He didn't act like that with George Bush Jr. He didn't act like that with Bill Clinton. I've never seen him act like that with any fucking president. And here's the thing. If you want to say, well, Donald Trump, he's done X, Y, look at all the shit George Bush Jr. did. I never seen them act like this, bruh. I've never, bro, this shit is mind-numbing. This shit is mind-numbing. And see, I'm gonna tell you why it's weird for me. It's weird for me because I've always grown up believing and understanding that if there was any group of people in America that were God-fearing people, it was black people. I'm gonna say that again. I grew up believing that if there was any group of people in America that were God-fearing people, it was black people. But the way y'all niggas is moving, that shit lets me know that I was wrong. That shit lets me know that my ass is wrong. Like, you Negroes like to talk about God because it just seems like that's the right thing to do, but you don't believe none of it. You don't believe none of it, because if you believed any of it, you wouldn't be moving the way you move. I'm sorry. You wouldn't be moving the way you move. Because this shit, all of this new age shit, bruh. This shit is crazy. Shout out to Bree. Bree says support for the show. All right, for that entire time that I was talking, we only had one person contribute, and that was Bree. Yo, we need to get to 60. We need 12 people to support the show before we move forward. If not, we're going to wrap it up. But we need 12 people to support the show. Smells like my wife is cooking something. It smells like my wife is cooking something. Shout out to Seeker of Truth. Appreciate We need 11 people to support the show. If not, we're going to wrap it up. I'm gonna go see what she cooking real quick, 'cause I'm hungry. Let's see. Shout out to Donovan. Donovan said, "Happy Sunday, AM." Appreciate you. Shout out to Emmanuel. Still need 9 people. You still need 9 people to get this thing where it needs to be. And look, y'all already know we can keep it going. We can keep it going. It ain't no problem. We can keep it going. So shout out to the Diz. He said, unfortunately, the devil has done an outstanding job deceiving most of the black community, if not almost the world itself. Shout out to My Thoughts. Appreciate you. I don't know if I like those. What y'all think of those? I don't know if y'all can see those or not. Got the Louis print on the shades. I don't know if y'all can see it. Y'all probably can't see it. Shout out to Elijah. He said, what up, AM? Just now tuning in. Appreciate you. See, I'm pretty sure we'll get 6 more people. You feel me?
Long nails are not ghetto, your mom is. I do not understand why people act like when they see a woman with long nails that she must lack some sort of education. Babes, I graduated high school with a 4.3, valedictorian. I graduated with my bachelor's at 21 cum laude, and now I'm a full-time successful entrepreneur in my 30s. What my nails got to do with that?
Because it's an indication that, well, number one, the reason why people are questioning your intelligence, how you wipe your ass? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Shout out to Miss Wendy, says seeking truth from NY. Appreciate you. Like how are you wiping your behind? I don't see how you're doing it. I personally don't. I don't see how you're doing it. Like let's be real. For women, it's not just that. It's a lot of things that y'all got to do. There's a lot of things that y'all got to do hygiene wise that it's going to be kind of hard to do it with fingernails like that. That's just the truth.
The only people who are winning right now are single, unmarried, childless women who are using the hell out of their free will. They're the only people winning right now.
Will y'all please stop trying your best to make an L a W? Can y'all please stop? It's pathetic at this point. It is pathetic at this point. Okay? First of all, your definition of winning is not winning. Okay? That's number one. Because you don't understand society or how society works. The only people in life that are winning are the people who are able to find a relationship, create a successful marriage, and reproduce children that are able to do the same thing. People that are well-rounded citizens of the community, and they're able to create more people that are able to do that. A single person with no children is of no benefit to anyone except themselves. So it's not surprising that you think you're winning because you still have a child's mind. You suffer from arrested development. Okay? That's really the honest answer. You suffer from arrested development. You think you're winning because you are able to go to Applebee's and afford to get a 2 for $20 by yourself. Like, shut up. And let me tell you something. This is what a lot of single people are doing. And this shit right here, this is not winning. This right here is not winning. That's not winning. Standing around in a club, listening to no talent individuals rap music while you just bop around, that's not winning. That's not winning. That's not winning. I'm sorry. It's not.
So I usually keep my distance from men, not because of just horrible lived dating experiences. Like my dating experiences, although, treacherous in some form, it really hasn't been like,
She keeps her distance from men, yet still feels the need to talk about men on the internet. She keeps her distance from men, yet still feels the need to talk about men on the internet.
There's a shampoo that...
So let me get this straight. Carmelo Anthony raised over $500K for his legal fund, but he just put in papers to get a court-appointed lawyer. You know what you have to do to get a court-appointed lawyer? You have to be broke. So where the money go? Where all the money go that y'all gave him?
And by the way, to everybody that claimed that, Carmelo Anthony was defending himself, the fact that he now has to get a court-appointed lawyer, even though everybody sent him all of that money, he's going to prison, right? If this trial starts and he goes there, right? with a court-appointed lawyer. He's going to prison. He's going to prison. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's going to prison. Yeah.
Y'all gave him over 500K because he's black, not because he has a case. Even his family knew he has a case. That's why the money going and didn't go to the legal fees. So where did the money go? How many times are y'all gonna get caught up with this back black no matter what? You didn't learn from Black Lives Matter. You didn't learn from Brick Lady. You haven't learned from the girl who said that she saw a white baby in the road and disappeared. All these things that y'all just continue to just fall into and just support because a black person is involved in it. And you know white people can't speak on it and say it too because you.
But ironically, only support black folk when they in trouble. Where's the support for black people that ain't in trouble? Where's the support for black people that just need your help because they're trying to accomplish something?
You're already going to tune them out. If I say it, you're going to say it's self-hate. But y'all just going to keep throwing away your money, keep making yourselves look like a fool. Why does this boy need a court-appointed lawyer when y'all gave him $500,000? What did they do with the money? I know what they did with the money. They bought that house. They bought cars. They bought stuff. And they probably listened to somebody that was clearly grifting off of them. I'm not going to make it seem like they're not guilty and complicit in this, but they probably drank the Kool-Aid too, knew this was a national story, knew that they were going to get eyes and get views and support, and y'all gave them y'all money, and now they're asking for more money, asking for an extra $900,000 on top of the fact that they can't afford their lawyer. Why can't they afford their lawyer? What did their lawyer do that they can't afford? I'll wait. Tell me what happened with the money. It wasn't my money, so I'm not really too pressed about it. It was y'all money. Y'all stupid black folks that keep supporting black no matter what. No matter how wrong they are. Y'all support them. And it doesn't help us. It doesn't help black people when you support black stupidity. You support the wrong black people. And it makes us all look stupid. And it wastes all of our time. And it wastes all of our credibility.
What if, I got a theory, y'all. I got a theory. What if back in the day, the vast majority of racism or acts that were considered to be racist acts were just white people backing other white people because they were white, just like black people do today? Oh, Daniel-son. Yeah. When you really think about it, you're like, holy shit. Because look, in the future, when everybody looks back on this, are they really going to think that you donated money to a black kid that took the life of a white kid because you believed in him? Or are they going to say, oh my God, I can't believe how racist those black people were back then. They literally supported a person that took the life of another teenager. You want to know why I'm laughing? I'm laughing because soon as I said that shit, there were black people that had that aha moment, that moment where they realized, holy shit, we ain't shit either. And then there were some black people, the moment I said that shit, they were like, oh my God. Wait a minute, where's my sound effects? Where's my sound effects? Where's my sound effects? Why is my sound? I can't hear it. Can y'all hear it? Where the hell is my sound effects? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now I know something is up with the sound. Now I know something is up with the sound. You know what? I bet you I know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back to the sounds. You feel me? Let's go back to the sounds. Yeah. OBS. Oh, there's OBS right there. OBS browser page. Let's see. Maybe this is what it is. Still no. It's probably because I got to update OBS. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. I got to update OBS. Shout out to my man, Uncle Buck. He said they can't handle the truth. The devil is real. Here's to the Father and the truth. Preach it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Carell. He said, "Oh, itchy booty heifers." Shout out to Jay Fees. He said, buying my ticket for the show. Shout out to Tahiri. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back to it.
And then when real black people need help, those black people don't get help because we wasted all of our energy on the stupid people who are out here doing craziness that we just backed because they was black.
Facts.
Somebody better come up with that money because I need to know where it went. It ain't mine, but I'm still mad about it. You tell me what happened to it. So let me get this straight.
People always tell me that I smell like.
I don't care. You can be here. You ain't taking this. You take it apart.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I ain't taking. My motherfucking car.
Man, did you just hit me?
I sure did. I sure did.
Listen, man. Okay,
No.
we all scrap. We gone.
Yeah, you better go ahead. Go ahead on. That's just your best bet.
How much longer are you men gonna let these women put hands on y'all? I'm just curious. Like, how much longer are y'all gonna let these women put hands on y'all? Like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It don't even make sense. Oh shit! Matter of fact, let's see. Oh, it's not even playing my. Oh, it's not even playing my menu music. What the hell is going on with OBS right now? You know what? I know. Let me go into settings. Output. General. Video. Audio. Default. Why in the hell is it not playing my damn sound? That's some shit I'm gonna have to figure out when this shit. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out. That shit is goofy. That shit is goofy as hell. It messed up my menu music. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like I'm looking right here at the thing playing. I can see it. I can see it right here. I can see it playing, but it ain't playing. Shit is weird. Why is it not playing? All of that shit is set up the way it's supposed to be set up. That's crazy. That's crazy. See, once the said I hear the music on my end, AM. You can? Oh, let me refresh it. So y'all can hear that music right there? Oh shit. It's playing. Shit. That's not playing. That's crazy. That is crazy right there. Now, I don't care what nobody say. It has something to do with the camera messing up earlier. There it go. Now I can hear it. Why isn't this music playing? Now it's playing. Ooh wee. OBS be pissing me off, bro. OBS be pissed. Like, I love OBS because of how much you can do with it, but OBS be pissing me off. Oh, it be making me mad, bro. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing before this shit started tripping. Yeah, but seriously, I don't know. Like, when are you dudes gonna stop letting these women put hands on y'all? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, enough is enough. Like, I'll be trying to figure out what kind of point y'all trying to prove. Like, the fact that y'all be letting these women just haul off and slap the taste out your mouth. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, I don't care who you are. You're not just going to haul off and slap taste out of my mouth. I'm sorry. Oh, you lucky somebody calling you.
Outside niggas of
While I'm doing my before bed routine, I wanted to come on here and say something. One thing I do not like, even as a woman who has a good man, is that
because I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Actually, last year.
If you get message, I want to talk to Black America, okay? Because see, that's the only people I want to talk to, because we need to heal our own nation. We really do. We got problems, and these problems ain't no fault of the white man. These are all problems that we're bringing on ourselves. But I want to talk to you guys, and I want the opinion, and I want y'all to get this message over to Abby Phillips over there in CNN. Because it seems like the women who are supposed to be the most educated, the men that are supposed to be the most educated, the Divine Nine, it seems like they're all idiots and don't have common sense. Like, I'm serious. Like, everybody who is an AKA, Delta, the Alphas, the Qs, you know, your Roland Martins and your Stephen A. Smith. Come on. Where's the common sense set with these people? Every day I see Abby Phillips saying something stupid. Scott Jennings got to come in there and correct her, and she still want to combat it. Even the other two black ladies that are on CNN. Are y'all being paid to be this dumb? I'm not downing you. You know, why you always come out on a black lady or a black man. We need better leaders. People with common sense. Because I just don't understand how Abby Phillips sits up there every day and says idiotic stuff. Lord, I'm so glad I didn't be a part of these groups, your Greek organizations that take oaths to Satan. Because it seems like Satan has caused y'all to be dumbed down. It seems like the oaths that you guys have taken are backfiring on you because your common sense is gone. All you can think is racism and victimhood. And you have no original thought of yourself. Are they paying y'all to be this dumb? Somebody help us out. This is why CNN's ratings are down the drain. Kamala and all her friends, all her supposedly most educated, are turning out to be some of the dumbest people in the world. We need to get it together, Black America. Let's put some true leaders up there that have common sense and know how to speak and know how to do research and just don't talk out the side of their neck out of emotion. We know what this man is doing in this country is good. He keep winning, and we're here for it. The stock market is good. The border is closed. Parents' rights just came back. It's a doggone shame that Trump had to fight for parents' rights. And why Democrats want to call him a bully and call the Republicans a bully. Who's the bully here? The fact that parents had to get their rights back, y'all wouldn't even let parents opt out and pull their kids out of the schools because they didn't want them hearing that LGBT mess being groomed. You know who did that? They're acting like Satan in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve. Eve was childlike. Eve had no idea about sexual nothing or being naked. She had no idea about any of that stuff. And who came and whispered it in her ear? It was Satan. And Satan is doing the same thing. He's using these teachers to groom these children. These children know nothing about it. They're innocent in this thing, the closest thing to God. And here comes Satan, whispering it in their ear. So listen, I'm sick of y'all. Listen, Abby Phillips, baby, get you some common sense, okay? Snap out of this. Stop taking.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me first say I totally agree with this beautiful black sister. Fellas, some of them are out here. Some of them are out here, bruh. They out here. They out here. Look, if I can talk trash about the ones that ain't got no damn sense, I can give praise to the ones that got some sense. This right here is an intelligent sister. Need more like you. Real talk. Real talk. She 100%, she 1,000% correct.
I would rather eat a 5x7 rug than play nice with somebody I know don't like me.
That boy Nelly said, look, Ashanti, I love you. You're my wife. We're having a child together. This is amazing. I love my family. But until that child can walk and talk, you're going to be a single mother. Boy said, I ain't feeding it. I ain't changing no diapers. I ain't holding when it's crying. I ain't waking up out my sleep when it's crying. It is all you. Until that baby can tell me, Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I need to go to the bathroom. Dad, I want to go shoot basketball. I don't want nothing to do with it. Now, I love you.
So let's go ahead and stop it right there. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with these effeminate ass grown men that have been raised in a feminist society. Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Because, these niggas grew up watching these TV shows where the dad gets up in the middle of the night to feed the baby and the dad is changing the diapers and the dad is doing all of this shit. Let me ask you guys a question. Can any male on this planet lactate? Simple question. Can any male on this planet lactate? So if the baby wakes up in the middle of the night crying because it's hungry, what other reason would a man be getting up to go check on the baby other than the fact that the mama want to lay her lazy ass in the bed instead of tending to her damn baby? What Nelly described is literally what every relationship has been the entire time until recently. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all another question. When a baby starts crying, what is the first thing that everybody says? Does everybody say, where is the daddy at? Is that what everybody say? Does everybody start looking around and say, where is this baby's father at? Is that what they say? When a baby start crying, everybody look around and they say, where is the mama at? But this is the goofy shit. This goofy nigga think he saying something. Nelly basically said that you're going to be a single mama for the first 3 years. No, what Nelly said is she going to be an actual mother for the first 3 fucking years, you moron.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
After you get the certain amount of dollars, you really can't never, ever go broke if it's managed properly.
If it's managed properly.
You understand what I'm saying? Because money itself creates money. Like, let's just say hypothetically you had $10 million. Just you're throwing it out there. And you're making 3% on that $10 million just for sitting it in a basic CD.
Yeah.
So whoever made this TikTok, whoever you are that made this TikTok, I'm pretty sure you're never going to be wealthy. Because Akon just said 3% of 10 million. Let me ask you guys a question. Is that 10 million at the top of that screen? Is that 10 million at the top of that screen? Because if I'm counting my zeros correctly, it looks like 1 million. I'm pretty sure you're missing a zero. Yeah.
A basic CD at Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Truist is gonna be like 3%. Nigga, you getting 3% of $10 million every month. You can live off just that 3% forever. And as interest rates get higher, that 3% gets larger. Just think about that. And then and then the worst part is, with 10 million in the bank, you never even have to touch that 10 million. You can go to the bank, lend against that 10 million, and whatever let's say, okay, I want to borrow 10 million off the 10 million already sitting in there. I got $10 million that I just borrowed from the bank. This is my money over here, liquid cash that I ain't never got to touch. And I take this 10 million and I go fuck it up. Guess what's gonna happen? I just have bad credit. Credit fucked up. They calling you every day.
Yeah, dang. Right? Are you gonna make a minimum payment?
But you still got your money. But you still got your money. Hey, leave it to yo, Akon's a Nigerian, right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Akon's a Nigerian, right? Is Akon from Nigeria? Senegal? Okay. I was getting ready to say, bruh. Look, hey, he giving you some game. He giving you some game. Look, look, hey, he giving you some game, bruh.
Hey, but guess what? That 10 million still sitting over there. Now,
because that's business credit. They can't take your personal money. Business credit.
And then you probably get smart, like the white boys file bankruptcy. Now that money goes to the wind. You ain't got to worry about it no more. And then you build your credit up 5 more years and borrow more money. So it's a cycle. Like, this is why rich people never ever go broke, because they utilize the system, right? And then you got people that really take it to a whole nother level, where the reason why money continues to go and families continue to stay, constantly wealthy is because they know how to maximize the insurance of funding. Like, Clue, let's say hypothetically you got $10 million. And I'm gonna use $10 million real frequently.
Yeah, you throw that money, you throw that number around crazy.
No.
Feel like it's nothing. We just gonna talk about $10 million.
But I promise you, if this nigga Clue go through his numbers right now, how much money he spent in the last 10 years, it's more than $10 million. The problem is when we spend, we don't count it, because all that shit that's adding up, we don't think about it because there's a little paper here and there. But when you really think about how much you actually, and I never thought about it until I started doing taxes and started paying attention to how many taxes I was actually paying. I was like, nigga, I couldn't believe how much money I was actually making, right? So let's go back to the insurance thing. Let's say hypothetically, you got $10 million and you insure yourself to be worth $10 million. You put a $10 million policy on yourself, and God forbid, the worst rap story happens and you're not here to join us no more. Not only will you have the money that you got in your bank at $10 million, but you also get another $10 million that will be paid through whoever your funding family is, through whatever trust you set up to keep your family going. And you do that with all your kids and all your family members. So that means if anything happened to any one of them,
we get.
After you get a certain amount of dollars, you really can't never.
Black.
Don't get me wrong.
Black women. What is this thing called lavender marriage? Satan is a lie.
Do y'all know what a lavender marriage is? Do y'all know what a lavender marriage is? Shout out to Mr. C, said, thank you for this show today. You hit on so many key points, including all weirdos in black culture. I'm watching from behind, but thank you for calling out the goofies. A lavender marriage is when a woman marries a man that is from the LGBT community for companionship, but you feel me? They're just married to look like a married couple on paper, but he still deals with men. That's a lavender marriage.
Black women, have you all's esteem dropped so low that you're dating sodomites now?
I didn't think she was going to use that term. Woo! Damn. I think she was going to use that term. Oh my God. We gonna skip on past this one. We gonna go on to the next one.
So Life Jennings said that marriage is not for men, it's for women. How is that?
How's he tripping? First thing I would ask her is, are you married? That's the first thing I would ask her. Well, are you married, ma'am? What would you say? No? Okay, then shut up.
Because I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Do you notice every single time we get to one of these videos where a woman got something to say crazy about a man, they always got the same facial expression? Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all ever noticed that every last one of these women that get up here to talk crazy about men, they all look like they just got through sucking on a lemon? You ever notice that? Like they look like they've been sucking on a lemon for the past 12 hours. Like, if you don't get your Quasimodo face up out of here, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Calf on the green. If you love somebody, you go change.
Talk to these women.
If you love somebody, you go change.
Look at these niggas. These niggas love gentle simping. These Negroes love gentle simping, bro. These Negroes, like, they'll look, these niggas, they'll fire up a podcast or turn on the camera. They have, like, you know, they have like the dim lighting, and they had a deep voice and be like, yeah, man, you know, if you love somebody, man, you'll change, you know. It's like, nigga, we know what your hustle is, nigga. We know what your hustle is, nigga. You want all the women to think you sensitive so you can smash, nigga. Like, you think we don't know? You think we don't know? Oh, Ralph Tresvant face ass nigga, you think we don't know?
When China or Russia decide they're going to attack the United States, there's going to be one thing that's completely gone from us, and that's...
You know what I want to stop hearing on social media? A woman comes into a man's life and just makes it better. That's why she is the table. She has to bring nothing. My presence, I'm a goddess. Only very special women come into a man's life and makes it better.
I ain't never heard a white person say they at their cousin house.
If you keep getting spanked.
You know, more and more black people are starting to speak up. They're starting to speak up on the community. And I don't blame us because we tired. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that there's a huge difference between regular black folk and ninjas. Let me break it down for you. Ninjas want to stay in their horrible environments. They have no self-respect and no self-control. They go around unaliving, essaying, stealing, robbing. They don't care about each other. They don't take care of their neighborhoods. And they definitely don't take care of themselves. They don't care about their appearance. They outside loud and obnoxious. Bonnets and mink lashes, extremely long fingernails, sagging pants, smelling like an overwhelming odor of marijuana. And of course they the victim. They still complaining about something that happened 400 years ago, way before their time, way before their parents' time, way before their great-grandparents' time, way before their great-great-great-grandparents' time. Need I go on? And then we got regular black folk. We take pride in our community. We are hardworking, ambitious individuals who definitely want to be segregated from all that nonsense. Our demeanor and our appearance speak volume. We understand that there's a time and a place for our behavior. And most of all, we respect one another. We are not victims. We are the ones without our black card. So yes, black fatigue is really real. You know?
My question is, who does she think is on that ship? That's what I want to ask her. Who do you think is on that ship? Do you think that is black folk or do you think that is niggas? Because I'm going to tell you some real shit. And niggas can feel the way they want to feel. I don't care. The moment that they get in that line to do the electric slide, I know it's niggas. I know it's niggas. The moment they get in that line to do that electric slide, the Cupid shuffle, any of that shit, I say, yep, that's niggas. That is niggas. That's niggas.
And what happened to the men wanting to have trucks? I'm so tired of y'all with the little bitty ass Mustangs, Camaros, Hellcats. I'm so sick of that shit. Can you get...
Because I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
If this does not cure your tinnitus,
I know that.
These were my collect.
Hey y'all. So I'm keeping an eye on what's going on with this bill that they're calling beautiful. Bless all of our hearts, y'all. Because you do realize we might be voting for the last time, right? If this one big beautiful bill passes, baby, we won't be worrying about the next election because, well, there won't be a next election.
Shut your stupid ass up. That's what I be wanting to say. That's what I be wanting to say. I be like, when people be on their camera on TikTok doing them videos, I wish I had the ability to jump through the screen while they doing it. Just jump smooth through the screen. Shut your stupid ass up. Like, go somewhere and sit down. Go, for God's sake, where is Mona Scott? Are they not making Love and Hip Hop episodes no more? Seriously. Are they not making Love and Hip Hop episodes no more? Because if they not, they need to make them. Like, they need, man, we need something to occupy these niggas. Like, for real. Because the dumb shit that they say, Like, what in the crispity? What in that bill had anything to do with voting? Can somebody please tell me? What in that bill had anything to do, like, every fucking year. Every year, do you know how many times these ass ignorant niggas have jumped on social media, fear mongering? You know, this gonna be the last year that we're able to vote. You know, we about to be slaves again. You know, we about to be picking cotton. You know, we about to every year. Every year. Like, we don't believe you. Give up. It's not working. You cannot scare us into being idiots. Oh my God. Every year. Every year, bruh. They've been calling for Trump to be a dictator every year. He was president for 4 years. Didn't do no dictator shit. In office again, still ain't did no dictator shit. While simultaneously ignoring the very dictator-like shit that Biden did. Just keep that in mind.
Guys, and we are full now.
All these men be in my inbox like, I got something for you. I got
Ain't nobody in your damn inbox. Stop lying.
All right.
So y'all hated when people saw that cruise full of black people and they said all kind of racist remarks. But then after the cruise at the Carnival Port in Galveston, people are fighting in the terminal, and a black woman on an excursion refuses to get up because she didn't have the wristband, and
If I was on a cruise and it was that many niggas on that cruise, I would never come out of my room. Except maybe like 5 in the morning or some shit. I would come out between 5 a.m. and noon. You feel me? I would come out between 5 a.m. and noon. And then after that, I would just stay in the room for the rest of the damn day.
This is right. Y'all do know why white people can't dance, right? Because guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Mean women have the best relationships.
Goofy ass.
Like, if you're gonna deal with men in this day and age, especially, you need to be making sure.
She goofy shit like that. You know why white people can't dance? Because guilty feet have no rhythm. Well, guess what, stupid ass? They could turn around and say, you know why black people can dance? Because irresponsible feet got plenty of rhythm. Like, y'all always set yourselves up for the goofy shit. Because you don't know how to just mind your business and shut the hell up. Like, y'all always set yourself up for the goofy shit. Always. Like, stop throwing shots and be happy that you can live your life in an era that ain't like Jim Crow or worse. Like, stop being antagonistic for no reason.
I'm gonna say it.
Look at this shit. There is no way on God's green earth. There is no way on God's green earth, bruh. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. I refuse to live around ghetto black folks. Conservative black people, hippie black people, rich black people, sure. And before you come at me like, she's racist, she hates her own race, I won't live around a bunch of white liberals either. I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. I refuse to live around ghetto black folks.
So I just looked at the
Jesus was not a black man.
It's a horrible disease. Yeah, Phoenix.
Ain't no way. Can't do it. 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 And I've noticed in the past 30 minutes to an hour, we done stopped getting support. So you already know what it is. We got one person, Young Savage. Shout out to Young Savage. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, fam, we about to wrap it up, man. Shout out to everybody that came through and kicked it with your boy. It's been a great conversation. Make sure y'all go over and check out my book, The Angry Man Standard, which is available on Amazon. All you have to do is type The Angry Man Standard in the search bar and it will come up. Also, make sure you guys go over and check out the new shirts we got. Go check out the Beano Empire shirts. Yes, sir. We got some fire shirts. You feel me? We got some fire shirts. Make sure y'all go over there and check those out. We got some for the ladies too. You feel me? If y'all like those colors right there. But yeah, man, all you have to do is click the link on the screen. It'll take you over there. Or you can go to shopbeanonation.com. Again, that's shopbeanonation.com. But other than that, man, salute to everybody. Shout out to my sponsors. I appreciate y'all. And I will be back at you tomorrow. Holla at y'all later. Deuces.